So imagine this. You're driving home after buying some substance for your birthday party, when suddenly, a terrified girl covered in bandages jumps into your car. A few minutes later, she dies right in front of you. And that's when things start getting seriously messed up. Because whatever was inside that girl is now spreading from person to person, turning an ordinary birthday night into complete chaos. So what exactly happened to her? And how did one girl bring an entire city to its knees? Well, let's find out. The movie opens by showing a guy named Romain. Romain is currently only 18 years old. He goes to his dealer's place to buy some stuff. He tests the substance. Actually, he is picking up this stuff for a party, because today is Romain's birthday. Anyway, right after this, he leaves the place in his dad's vintage car. Now, while driving the car, he smokes a cigarette, and he suddenly drops that cigarette inside the car. Then he realizes what a massive mistake he just made. There is a solid reason for that. Well, he stops the car and throws the cigarette outside. But in the meantime, a woman collides with his car. Her head is wrapped in bandages, and she directly climbs into his car in absolute terror. Now, by her looks, the girl looks extremely bizarre. She is terrified and her clothes are really dirty. She is completely frozen with fear. Romain asks her what happened to her, but she can't say anything. She just keeps crying. Then suddenly he calls the emergency number, and he begins to tell them about the girl. But the moment he hears the word police, he decides to drop the girl off himself. But he has no idea where he is supposed to drop her. The girl is panicking heavily and isn't saying anything. Romain tries hard to talk to her, but it's no use. The girl pulls out a recorder. Inside it, she plays the audio of a radio station for him. It says that Subject C39, a female between the ages of 20 and 25, and around 1.77 meters tall, has escaped. At this point, Romain doesn't understand anything that is going on. Well, right then, the girl begins acting completely crazy, and she starts stabbing herself. Romain tries hard to stop her. After a little while, she collapses on top of him. Because of this, her blood gets all over Romain, and the girl takes her final breath right then and there. Now, Romain has absolutely no clue what just happened on his birthday, and he has no idea what to do. He tries to wake her up, but it's no use. Hiding himself from others, he brings the car into his garage. Well, he checks the girl again, and he begins to panic intensely because there is a corpse inside his car. And this is no ordinary thing. Well, now he goes and looks at himself in the mirror. And looking at himself, he gets incredibly frustrated. He was supposed to go and enjoy a party, and look what happened. Well, first of all, he goes to take a shower. And even after coming out of the shower, he keeps cursing himself. He wishes he hadn't stopped the car. Then none of this would have happened today. After this, he gets a call from his father, who asks about his Mustang, making sure everything is okay. This means that car is his father's absolute pride and joy. And that's why when the cigarette fell inside the car, he got so scared. And in that panic, he probably stopped the car too. But he pretends to his dad like everything is fine. The car is perfectly all right. Then he hangs up the phone, and he goes to check the car again. But the girl is not inside the car anymore. So he begins to search for her. But in the meantime, someone comes to the door, who turns out to be Anais. And she is actually Romain's girlfriend. She wants to get romantic with him. But the panic is so overwhelming that he tells her to stay right there and goes inside. And he starts looking for the girl who was in his car. Obviously, it is his birthday, so she wants to spend some quality time. But he is panicking way too much. Now after this, Anais steps outside and starts smoking a cigarette. Right then, Romain calls her over to him. She has come to pick him up for the party. But seeing his bizarre behavior, she begins to suspect him. Now Romain starts trying to send her away from there. Just then, his friends arrive there to call him. But Romain sends Anais along with them, saying that he will come in a little while. Then he goes inside and starts looking for her on the CCTV cameras, specifically that same girl who was inside his car. But he can't find her anywhere. Therefore, he turns on the house alarm, and he starts heading to the party with his friends. Now on the way, Romain feels incredibly strange. He is completely out of it from the substances. His girlfriend doesn't understand what is going on with him. Anyway, they all arrive at the party, where Romain is not feeling right at all, and that girl is still spinning in his mind. Now everyone looks at Romain and starts asking him what has happened to him, and why he is acting so strangely. But without answering anyone, he walks away into a room. Anyway, then we can see Anais, who is with her best friend Juju, as in Julia. But they go inside the bathroom, so they can get a quick buzz. Now Romain is secretly watching them. Julia, or Juju, talks about taking a pregnancy test right after that. Anais asks why she would do that, since she knows that Julia hasn't made physical contact with anyone this year. To which Juju says that she did. That too with her boyfriend, Romain. And hearing this, Anais walks out of there. And after she leaves, Romain comes to Juju, and the two start getting intimate. In other words, Romain is cheating on Anais. Well, while getting intimate, Juju notices Romain's glowing eyes. Seeing this, she gets very scared, and she tells him about this too. Then Romain starts looking at his eyes in the mirror, and he repeatedly moves his neck in a bizarre way. Well, after this, he gets a call from his father, and his father tells him that their home alarm was just triggered. And his dad also says that he saw someone wandering around their house. And Romain's father tells him to go home quickly. Romain now starts leaving from there. Right then, we can also notice his glowing eyes, which proves something is definitely wrong with him too. Now, while going outside, his girlfriend Anais starts kissing him, but he breaks away from her and heads outside. And then one of his friends forcefully makes him dance at the party. Now, remember when we noticed earlier at the house that Anais wanted to get intimate with him? So the tension wasn't just that he didn't want to get intimate with her, but the fact was that he was cheating on her. She probably doesn't seem physically attractive to him anymore. But what happens is that he starts beating up his own friend. To stop him, Juju steps in between. After this, he quickly takes a bicycle and starts heading to his house. Going there, he turns off the house alarm. Then his father calls him, and he asks him if anything was stolen from the house. Then he says that there is nothing. Then his father starts laughing, which is very strange. Then he goes inside, and then he finds that recorder again. Inside, which is the exact same recording. Now, listening to that recording, we get to know at least this much, that whoever this girl is, she is no ordinary girl, and she was being researched in a lab. Well, now he starts searching for that girl inside the house, and he notices a lot of marks on his walls. He follows them and reaches near the bathtub, where that girl is stabbing herself again. Then Romain snatches that knife away and throws it. Then he starts panicking again. Now that girl pulls a device out from inside herself. Seeing this, Romain gets extremely shocked, because of which he starts running away from there. Now from the window, he sees a squad of commandos, who are right around his house. This means this girl is definitely a part of a lab experiment, and everyone is searching for her. Well, now all of them come inside Romain's house, and they start taking the girl away. But they also find out that someone else is present inside the house. Knowing this, Romain starts running away from there. But while running, he behaves like a madman. He laughs hysterically, and coming onto the road, he starts biting himself. Along with this, he also licks the road, and he starts walking like a lunatic. Then those people take him along with them too, meaning these commandos. Now over here, his girlfriend Anais calls him, and she tries to talk to him, where someone else is talking to her, but she assumes it is Romain. Well, now Anais thinks that Romain is on the phone, but actually the commandos are there. She tells them that he broke the jaw of the guy he beat up. Right then, those people ask Anais where she is going, on which she tells them everything, because she thinks it is Romain. After that, she gets into a taxi, where she also starts doing some strange things, like moving her neck in a bizarre way, just like Romain did the first time. They move forward, and here Anais feels freezing cold, so she gets the AC turned off. Now looking at Anais, it is clearly evident that she isn't well. Just then, Juju calls her, and she tells her that things aren't right with her either, and she is also seeing strange things. Here Anais hangs up the phone in frustration. Then she notices that someone is following them. who are the exact same people who took Romaine with them. And that girl too. The driver gets out to ask them why they are following them. Then those people shoot the driver right there. And seeing this, Anais gets very scared, and she starts driving that taxi herself. But what happens is that, out of fear, she gets out of the taxi further ahead, because her condition gets even worse. Meanwhile, those people keep chasing her, and they shoot her in the back. But despite this, she keeps running, and she goes inside a club, where she asks everyone for help, and tells them to call the police. Well, after this, she goes into the bathroom, where she starts crying looking at her wound in the mirror. Right then, Juju calls her, who tells her to come over, and she has a scooter. Meanwhile, those exact same people arrive there searching for Anais, and they kill everyone in the bar. And right here, we notice Anais's eyes glowing too. Well, seeing all this, Anais jumps out of the window, and she moves ahead. Juju calls her to meet at the station bridge. Then Anais starts heading that way, and here Anais turns completely crazy. On the way, she attacks a girl walking by, and smears her blood on her. Further ahead, she sees a guy, whose bicycle she steals and leaves from there. Right then, he tries to stop her. Then Anais does the exact same thing to him too, and throws him into a pond. She says sorry to him, saying she didn't mean to do this, and she doesn't know what is happening to her. Then she takes his bicycle and leaves. Right then, we can hear that a siren is blaring through the whole town. Well, after this, Anais meets Juju, and Juju, seeing her condition, makes her sit on her scooter. And after this, both leave from there. But Anais acts like a complete psycho on the way. She starts smearing her blood on Juju. Seeing her actions, Juju pushes her away, due to which she falls down from the scooter. Juju looks at her as she continues behaving in a very creepy way, and getting scared of her, she speeds away on the scooter. Right then, her mom calls her. Her mom tells her that something has gone wrong in the town, and her wheelchair is stuck somewhere. And hearing this, Juju quickly goes to save her mom. But Anais chases her relentlessly. She runs much faster than a normal human. She is able to match the scooter's speed, which is a very shocking thing. Well, Juju reaches her building, where she uses the elevator. But the elevator gets stuck in the middle, and Juju now starts to panic. Right then, she hears Anais's voice, who is killing every single person in the building, and their screams echo through the halls, after which a voice comes from outside, which belongs to one of those commandos. They say that if she hasn't come into contact with any infected person, they can save her. Meanwhile, the elevator starts working again, and she reaches the 5th floor. There, she finds Anais eating her mom. She completely mutilated her face. This proves whatever is happening to Anais is not normal at all. Well, seeing all this, she starts running away in fear. Right then, that same commando stops her, who is wearing a mask. And here, the voice sounds like an AI generator. Well, right then, that commando checks her eyes to see whether she is infected or not. But fortunately, she is not infected. Well, right then, that commando removes the mask, revealing a woman underneath. Then she tells Juju to stay right there, and she goes to kill Anais. But then Anais attacks her. But that commando kills her. She shoots her several times in the face, which is a very brutal scene. But the commando herself also becomes infected, because Anais's blood gets on her legs. This means if the blood of infected people gets onto a normal person's skin, they will definitely get infected. Meaning this virus or whatever phenomenon this is, it is incredibly terrifying. Far more brutal and dangerous than a normal zombie thing. Well, here the commando tells Juju that if she hasn't come into direct contact with any infected person, she can survive. But we know that she got intimate with Romaine, and it was direct contact, because of which she is definitely going to get infected. That commando tells her one more special thing, that she should stay in a place where it's dark, because lights attract these zombies or whatever this thing is. And here, that commando gives her that gun, and tells her to leave from here, saying who knows, after a little while she might turn into something else and try to kill her. But Juju still can't understand anything. Now right then, that commando tells Juju to turn the other way, and she shoots herself. And now you must understand the reason why these commandos kill everyone they see who came into contact with an infected person. The reason is just to prevent chaos in the city. But the chaos has already begun. Well, after this, Juju also starts getting infected, and she begins showing symptoms too, and she starts laughing like a crazy person. Right then, we can see that total havoc is unleashed across the town, and Juju sits right there and starts laughing maniacally. This means this lab experiment, Subject C39, she escaped from the lab and spread the infection throughout the city. This means that C39 was probably patient 0, the one they were running experiments on, after which she escaped from there, straight out of the lab. After escaping, she eventually runs into Romain and spills her blood on him, due to which he gets infected too. And now, just like this, one by one, a lot of people get infected here. And because of this, the entire city is now infected. And boom, along with this, the movie ends right here. So friends, this was the story of the movie MadS. I hope you liked this movie. So who exactly was that lady whom we saw in the beginning? What exactly was that thing? So as we are told in the movie, that woman was a test subject. Research was being done on her, meaning that lady was probably an infected person. Or it could be that she herself was patient 0, meaning the girl who got infected first. Now, according to my theory, either she was engineered by the government, so that she becomes very powerful like a superhuman. But what happened was that the experiment went a bit sideways. Probably they wanted to make other people superhumans too using her blood. But its impact was incredibly terrifying. We also saw in this movie that the infected people are much stronger than ordinary people. They are way faster, which clearly means that the government was making something like a super soldier. And as for the infection, this infection spreads by coming into contact with an infected person. Like when that lady came inside Romain's car, and the way she fell on Romain, due to which her blood got on him. Because of this, he got infected, meaning he came into contact with her. And whatever this thing is, virus or anything, it is incredibly terrifying. It is highly infectious. Now obviously, Romain didn't know anything. And despite being infected, he went to the party. And he came into contact with several people, because of which Anais also got infected. As for Juju, she also got intimate with him, due to which she got infected too. Now this infection does turn people into superhumans, but it turns them into cannibals, who crave human flesh, meaning they become like a zombie, but a very powerful one. Now, many of you might be wondering why Juju takes so much time to get infected. So the simple answer to this is her immune system is probably stronger, because of which this infection affects her later. So friends, this was the story of the movie MadS, a French horror film. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, then please drop a like on the video. So what is your theory about this film? Do let me know in the comments section. And if you are new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe. So, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe.